Hi everybody, today I'm going to do a quick video for Sandra on nighttime bedwetting. Well, children will wet the bed for one of four reasons. Number one, the environment. Number two, they're failing to respond to the message from their bladder telling them they need to wee. Number three, they're making way too much urine. Or number four, the bladder muscles are failing to keep the urine in check overnight. Now notice I said well children, so if your child has any of these symptoms, then this video cannot be applied to them and you really should take them to a doctor to be reviewed. Now stay with me and I'm going to go through each of the four reasons to help you figure out which one applies to your child. Number one, the environment. Now this is easy to fix once you identify it. Sometimes something as simple as moving house or getting a bunk bed can make it difficult for a child to get to the bathroom in time and they tend to wet the bed. So it's worth sitting with your child and working out why they think this may be happening, and that may be all you need to do. Number two, they're failing to respond to the message from the bladder telling them they need to wake up. When the bladder's full, it tells the brain that it's time to go and wee. Now sometimes if your child is a deep sleeper, they may not be able to respond to this message for the brain, and after repeatedly trying to get the brain to wake up so they can go to the bathroom, the bladder just gives up and just lets it go and lets it flow. Number three, making too much urine. As we prepare to go to bed, your brain produces a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, which helps you concentrate your urine so you don't make as much urine while you're fast asleep. Without adequate levels of this hormone, you make lots of dilute urine and need to wee and eventually wet the bed. Making adequate levels of ADH is a developmental stage, and some children will take longer than others to get to that point. But ADH production can also be affected by being emotional and worked up and stressed, or by not having a bedtime routine, so you're just not sending your brain any signals that it's time to go to bed, or drinking a lot of fluid before bedtime. Number four, bladder muscles failing to keep the urine in check. I love that. Now this can happen in one of three ways. First of all, their bladder may be too small. As we grow, our bladder has to increase in size, but like a balloon, unless you fill it with urine, the muscles are not going to stretch and the bladder volume is not going to increase. You can work out your child's expected bladder volume for their age by asking them to drink a 500 ml bottle of water or juice and sitting tight until they are absolutely desperate to go to the bathroom. Then when they wee, measure it in a jug and use this formula to work out how much urine you would expect them to wee according to their age. This formula cannot be applied to children above 12. Your bladder doesn't just keep growing exponentially. The bladder may be overactive. On top of the bladder are muscles that tell the brain when the bladder is nearly full and it's time to go to the bathroom. When you have an overactive bladder, these muscles are sending random messages to the brain when the bladder is nowhere being full, telling the brain that it's time for you to go to the bathroom. These children tend to go to the bathroom frequently and they often just pass a teeny weeny dribble of urine. Weak pelvic floor muscles. These are the muscles that lie under the bladder and are supposed to help the sphincter keep urine within the bladder until it's an appropriate time for the urine to be released. Children with weak pelvic floor muscles may have some dribbling during rough and tumble play, trampolining, or laughing. You'll notice that these children often have a wet patch in the daytime as well as night. So I hope this video has helped you work out why your child is bedwetting at night. Once you know why, it's a lot easier to identify which strategies and interventions are going to work for your child. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. And once again, thanks for watching.